Good evening. I'm going live. I don't expect any people to jump in. What am I doing? Okay, there we go. I can't sleep. I can't sleep. I don't know if people will be watching, so watch me eat rice. It's got salt and olive oil on it. Miso, don't be annoying. Please say hello so I know that you're there, if you are there. Hello, person, whoever you are. Hey, day one. How you doing? I know it must be fascinating to watch me eat, but hey, there it is. So I kind of wanted to talk about what's on my mind. I was really, really tired a few hours ago and I had a few hours sleep. I'm good. I've got a lot on my mind. So I'm trying to work out how I'm going to make a video of myself for a friend who has been vlogging with the BBC about domestic violence and surviving domestic violence. And I'm one of the women that she knows that has also survived domestic violence. And it's interesting because I can talk to women about their experiences of surviving domestic violence and everything, but when it comes to me, I think because it's been such a long time and I try not to think about it too much, it's like I put a block or a barrier there in case it sort of triggers anything. So essentially I need to make a 1-minute video selfie to send to my friend. It's going to be sent forth to the BBC, so it's going to be a week-long special on her her mission, that's a way to put it, I guess, in helping other women and empower them to leave domestic violence relationships. And myself and other women around the world. She's just got back from Los Angeles and New York, and she has a movement called Women's Unity Movement, and it's about uniting women, just checking on my cats, from different places. Hey, Troy, who have had the common experience of domestic violence. And she's literally just got back. Hey, Troy, my homie. She's just got back from Los Angeles and New York, where she's met some other amazing women who she had a high tea function with. And she literally flew to America for the first time ever, not funded by anyone, just with her own money, to help these women personally. I haven't yet listened to, she's also a YouTuber. I can't remember her full name. How horrible. What a great friend I am. We are new friends. I only met her at the end of last year. So yeah, essentially we're going to be filming ourselves and giving women tips on how to leave a domestic violence situation, or part of your experience. But essentially we're both on the same page on empowering women and moving forwards. So I'm just kind of like, how am I going to structure this? How do I word it? Maybe I should just like start writing out what I want to put in the video. And when I make the video, I'll also post it to my YouTube channel. And yeah, so I'm just thinking of which way to take it. It's only a short video. It's only going to be a 1-minute video, so it doesn't give me a lot of time to talk, and I can talk a lot. So I'm really going to have to be very specific with how I word things, I guess. So it's a really nice, clear video, and it reaches any viewers who watch it. It's going to be watched in the UK. How weird. I'm going to be on TV in England, or not just England, but yeah, the whole of UK. I'm like, whoa, that's a bit exciting. And she also, so my friend Natasha also holds the Perth functions regularly with women. So her kind of journey is to unite women from different religious faiths, racial backgrounds, ethnic backgrounds, whatever. Like, she just wants women to connect. And yeah, thanks, Troy. It really is. It is really awesome, but it's just kind of daunting as well. Yeah, so she's trying to connect women from different walks of life, essentially, both. Oh my gosh, I'm struggling to talk. It's like there's always a million things that I want to say in my head, but trying to actually verbalize it is a struggle. So there's all these women that she's met. Oh my God, I'm hot in here. I need to turn the heater off. Weird, right? Because I'm usually cold. What am I trying to say? It's all right. I'll be able to word in a minute. Yeah, she's trying to connect women, because we really need to. I mean, we're such an integral part of life. We not only have to deal with our own emotional welfare, but we're often like the emotional backbone of families, you know, where it's ingrained in us from a young age to take care of men's emotional needs, and kind of almost be like a yes, day one, I do have some liquid here. I have spring water and sparkling mineral water. I'm down some of this, I think. Ek minute. Ek is the word for one. The word for one in Indian. I said that. What are you all fighting over? What's that? Jelly, what's in your mouth? Look at me. What? You all right, baby? You all right? What's in your mouth? Oh, I'm going to have to stop this, guys. I'll be back. Oh, I don't know how to stop this. I'll be back. No. Matt, Jelly's choking on something. He's got something stuck in his throat. Careful, careful, careful. Good boy, that was wedged sideways in his mouth. This is why we can't leave shit. We have to clean. You and I have to clean. You go to work? Friday. Alright. That is fucking scary. What if I wasn't up? He was trying to get it out and he couldn't get it out. I'm on a live chat. Yeah, of course. Oh, crisis averted. Hello. What is going on here, guys? Oh my God. Hey, guys. I'm back. Get man. Get man. Anyway. Oh my God. My cats were, is everything good? Everyone's cool? Everyone's chill? I hope so. The two dudes that are here. That's all right. I'm pretty sure you guys are fine. My cat Jelly had something wedged sideways in his mouth. He's such a scamp. He loves to break all the toys and then get them stuck in his mouth. That gave me such a fright. I just told Matt we have to clean up the house intensely tomorrow and make sure there's no bits and pieces that he can get his little chops around. Yeah, so essentially I'm going to be focusing on that video for the domestic violence, and also I've got to take photos and send them in to her so she can forward it to the journalist from the BBC. Photos of me doing things that I like doing, hanging out with my friends or whatnot. So I was thinking tonight, Friday night Perth time, I might go down to the Luton Tennis Bar. So that's associated with a tennis club where my gay and lesbian friends go play. It's not specifically just for the LGBTQIA plus community, but you know, it's friendly for that community. So basically, if you are fitting into any of that category, yeah, you're welcome to come and play tennis and do the sports ball thing. All right, water. Hey, Scamp, you better now? Oh, no, that's the other one. That's Mochi. So what have you guys been up to? Chat to me. I've got rice here. I'll take another bite of rice. Yeah, so I'll tell you, it was a long time ago. When was it? 2008 to 2009, basically a whole year of my life, I was in a relationship with a hardcore covert narcissist. I don't know, I query whether he's a sociopath or not, but his last words to me, last conversation we had on the phone, waiting for the sun to set. Oh, I wish it was warmer here, Troy. I really do. Today actually was a very cold day. But I found this kick-ass black top of mine that I haven't worn for a few years. And I put that on under my jacket so I was warm as when I went out, which was really cool. I went and had another session with my chiropractor. Yeah, so the relationship I was in only lasted a year. That was 2008 to 2009. And yeah, so when I think of my experience, it was based on hardcore psychological damage. It wasn't, he didn't hit me. He never hit me, but he was right into gaslighting me, you know, lying his ass off, just fucked with my head completely. Like I can't even begin to tell you the next level Fruit Loop that he was. So we lived together for a whole year. So it was a 24/7 mindfuck relationship for a whole year. He used sleep deprivation on me, so I'd have to often wake up at like 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the morning to get ready for work. I had a 14-year-old son at the time. They really are, Troy. They're totally, totally broken people. Yeah, absolutely. And so he would like wake me up at like 1 in the morning and then 3 in the morning. And, you know, he would just constantly accuse me of looking at people and cheating on him. And, you know, when a narcissist does that, they're actually just projecting what they're probably doing. So it's just like, dude, you are all kinds of wrong. What are you boys doing? My cats are in the kitchen trying to plot a plan on how they can open the fridge or the cupboard and get food out. That's not going to happen. Thank God they only have paws and not fingers. Miso, what are you doing? I had miso soup today. I went and had some Japanese, so I'm just eating my leftover Japanese because I couldn't eat all the rice. It's just plain rice with olive oil and sea salt on it. So yeah, I'm just pondering what I'm going to write out and then video. I realized today as well that I probably don't have to put, yeah, Japanese food is the best. Oh yeah, miso soup is delicious. It really is. I had, yeah, it was all Japanese today. So I didn't sleep a lot last night. I went to sleep probably finally about 2:30 in the morning. So I had a long sleep, but I find that for me personally, I need to get to sleep a few hours before midnight. Otherwise, I'm just a write-off. And my brain fog is pretty full on. Miso soup is good. Yeah, you've got to try it. Pretty sure that it's one of those things that you can get at most Japanese places around the world. Even in your supermarkets, you'd probably be able to get just like little sachets, or containers that have the miso paste in it. There's different types of miso paste. Hey, Lauren. Woot, 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 woot. I was sleeping while you had your chat, your live chat, and then I was just like, I'm just going to jump in and say hi and bye. And you're like, I've got to go eat some food. I'm eating food. Legit. So yeah, miso soup is good. Try it. The reason I called my cat Miso, well, Miso, I called Miso, is because he's got, where is he? Hey, Slinky. He's got beautiful swirly, soupy patterns on him. It reminded me of like soup and tabbies, because the three of my cats are tabbies. They've got the tabby M on their, like the M on their foreheads. So I decided that would be really cool just to give them all names starting with M. So Miso, he's all like emotionally and watery and flowy. So I was just like, miso soup. That's nourishing and soulful and sweet, just like my little boy. And Mochi was the first of the three that I actually held and cuddled when I met them. And she just melted my heart. And she just her colors, she just reminded me of the best mochi I'd ever eaten. That's a Japanese dessert for anyone who doesn't know. Soft and squishy and delicious and small, like my little girl. And yeah, really yummy most of the time. The best one I ever ate, she reminded me of that one. And that was actually when I was in Japan a few years ago. And I was flying from Fukuoka to Okinawa. And it was really, really good. And I was just like, oh, she just liked that little mochi. So I called her Mochi. And the little scamp, no, that's Mochi behind me. So Magellan, who I had to go and pull something out of his mouth. What have you got now, Jelly? What are you doing? You're such a scamp, boy. All right, no, it's Miso. Miso. Oi, Baraba. What is that? What is, no. Oh, God, hang on a sec. Do not eat. Thank you. Yeah, Jelly is, when we first met him, we met them all at the same time. They're from the same litter. He was a total Dora the Explorer. He just had to, he had to go everywhere. So it was like, okay, you're just like, well, who was a famous explorer? Well, like Magellan. So I call him Jelly because it's cute. So I have food cats. I've got Jelly, Mochi, and Miso. They're tasty and cute. Yeah, so going to be making the video about domestic violence, actually catching up with a friend tomorrow. Yeah, of course. Oh, absolutely. Yep. Oh, Tokyo in 2020. You will love it, Troy. Seriously. Oh, here's Miso. Say hi. He's like, what you doing, Mum? Leave me. I has to scamp. Okay, go scamp. You're just going to put your face right in front of the video, aren't you? Of course you are. Come here. He's like, Miso's actually been my therapy cat, like last year when we got them in end of March, start of April. He was so sweet. Don't worry, day one, it's okay. Yeah, it's all right, it's cool. Yeah, so this little guy is very cuddly, but because he's awake now, he wants to go scamping, and he's looking for flies or something to catch. He's like, what's over there? What's over there? All right, go get it. Go get it. Go. What is it, Miso? No? Okay. Yeah, so sorry, my mind is a bit like a sieve at the moment. Some things stay, some things go. You can always just like ask me a question, or I'm often good if people ask me questions because then it gets me more sort of focused on what I can talk about. Yeah, so now Jelly's here. Jelly, don't you know, bro, I'm making a video. Oh, and I'm in a relationship with the most amazing guy. Matt is my partner. Yeah. Oh, I'm happy now. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. My cats will constantly distract me. Sorry, this will be a thing. Yeah, no, happy. I'm very up and down at the moment because, as you know, I lost my job. So I'm kind of trying to find myself. Oh, that's right. I was going to talk about today. I realized I really need to, I really need to get onto my sleep and exercise. And I want to do like a routine. So, like when I'm up in the morning, I want to be either doing yoga or going for a walk or doing something to get me moving because I need to get that energy out. Otherwise, when it comes to nighttime, I'm not sleeping properly. But just have that kind of schedule. So get up, do some exercise, have some food, play with the cats, do some macrame, whatever I need to do. But also I want to sort of start doing some meal preps as well. So I'm actually going to have everything quite structured for my meal times and also for getting to bed on time. But I have to actually use the energy that I've got during the day. Otherwise I get to nighttime and it's like this and I'm like, okay, now I want to be awake and think things and start doing things, and it's just not convenient or good for my body clock. Like human body clock is really made to go with Mother Nature, I guess, and going to bed after the sun, not long after the sun goes down, and then rising as the sun's coming up, because I naturally like to wake up at like 5:30 in the morning, but if my body's doing that and I'm not getting to sleep until 1 or 3 in the morning, hello, I'm going to be pretty out there. Yeah, so I was talking to my chiropractor about it because she's also helping me immensely with my diet. I've got cat hair on my tongue. Yes, Miso, it's probably your hair. So yeah, and I'm going to be doing a food diary. I'm actually going to commit to doing that. So when I see her next, I'm taking that in. Oh, she's an integrated chiropractor. She also went back to uni and did 2 master's degrees after doing her chiropractic degree in women's health and women's reproductive health. So she's allowed to call herself an expert in that area. So she helps women who want to fall pregnant and have been told primarily by male doctors that they can't because they have PCOS, polycystic ovary syndrome, or some other problem. But a lot of it actually just all comes back to diet and health, and the lifestyle of so many humans today is very stressful. So not looking after our bodies properly, not having a conducive lifestyle to reduce stress. Yeah, so she's pretty badass. She's pretty kick-ass. I like her. She's good quality. Dr. A. Yeah, so I'm going to be writing down everything that I eat and then putting, she also has a section on the food diary that she's given me where you write down essentially how you feel physically or mentally, or however, when after you've eaten the food, if you feel sick, if you get stomach cramps, whatever. So then obviously if I'm doing that regularly and taking that to her as well, then she's going to be able to help me tweak the diet to suit me better. I kind of already know what foods I can and can't eat that help with my irritable bowel, but yeah, she's really good at sort of, I don't know how she does it. She just knows people. She knows people's bodies. She, sounds creepy, she touches you and she just knows. Well, obviously she's going to be touching you. If she's a chiropractor, she's making adjustments. So she does muscle testing and yeah, so, and sugar is just like, oh my God, it's so addictive, guys. I ate Kit Kats today. I shouldn't have eaten Kit Kats, but I ate Kit Kats. Miso, you going to sleep? I know, it's a bit hard when Mum's awake. That's the thing with cats, hey, they just vibe out. Oh, that's no good, Shannon. That's no good, hey. Oh, that's a hard thing, isn't it? Like when there are these therapists who have different modalities, and some can be really great, and then unfortunately some are just not so great. I'm lucky because I found this woman through a friend. Oh, no worries, day one. Have a lovely day. And thanks for dropping by and listening. That was really cool to see you here. Well, see your thumbnail. But have a little chat. So yeah, no, I'm good. And I hope you're well as well. Oh, look, Miso's come to say goodbye. Say goodbye, Miso. D1's out of here. Yeah, have a good day. Enjoy. Yeah, so I personally, I've never been to a chiropractor before, so going to her and finding her was a real blessing because she's helped me so much. And working at the call center for as long as I've been working there for the last 5.5 years before I lost my job, what do they call it? Sedative lifestyle. I don't know that that's the right word. Well, when you're not as physically, you're not getting your energy out and you're just sitting all the time. Sedentary. See, I'm not sharp. I need to sleep so my brain's sharp. I love you, Lauren. You're just such an awesome woman. You're just really inspiring, and like I think of you and Amelia and also beautiful Jessie Rose, and I'm like, I just want to call you guys and have a chat. I've actually got international minutes on my phone, so I might hit you up on private message, Facebook, and see if you don't mind if I give you a call and just have a chat. Yeah, no, I'd love to. So yeah, I want to I'll really want to focus on that. Yeah. WhatsApp. Hey, yeah, my friend Tasha, who wants me to make this video, she also said WhatsApp, so I need to get that because obviously the journalist, you can text and call all over the globe for free. Awesome, awesome. Hey, through Facebook as well, you can video chat with people. I don't know if there's a fee. I'm assuming there probably would be, but I don't know. You can only try these things, right? But if you know, just let me know so I'm in the know. Fuck, I get distracted easily. Sorry. Yeah, so getting on top of my health, which is, you know, it's everything. Like trying to balance everything is it's kind of like it's like a catch-22 sometimes. But certainly I'm much better at it now than I was a few years ago. Yeah, so going to be slowly getting my sleep pattern right and bringing in a routine and exercise. But a lot of the way that I function as well is affected by my anxiety. So, God, there's so much I want to say. Like, I come from a very, very dysfunctional family. You know, like, I could write a few books about it. But, you know, because of confidentiality and stuff like that, I kind of don't talk about it. But I've been wondering lately how I might be able to express that and put it as little short videos about my experiences with different family members and just change their names maybe, and, you know, not really give any clue as to whether it's, you know, a brother or sister or aunt or uncle or mother or father, a cousin or whatever, just so that I can actually talk about how certain situations have affected me and probably, well, definitely created complex PTSD and OCD and anxiety and depression and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm working on that. I'll have to find a way to do that. But yeah, so I can get really badly stuck in obsessive thinking, and when that happens, it becomes unbelievably painful in my head. So I just feel like there's no space in there, and I'm just caught in a loop of really negative, often quite graphic thought visions. Like I'll just get this repetitive thing about my finger being chopped off. And it's to the point where I'm like, oh my God, I can feel my finger being chopped off. And it's like, I can't do anything. And I start having like startled responses and stuff like that. Mochi girl, come here. Come on. What are you doing? All right, you go over there. So I have to I have to watch my anxiety levels don't escalate, because then that just intensifies other health issues and mental illness. Yeah, and then I start dissociating. The other day I started dissociating again. I was just like, I lost a whole hour, and I'm like, I swear to God, it was just 5 minutes ago. It was like an hour back, and it's like, oh no, whole hour is gone. It's like, what did I do? Where did I go in that time? Yeah, so yeah, I'm just rambling, guys. There's not really a lot going on. It's like it's just suddenly got really quiet, and the cats are all like focused, and they're all coming up to the camera. Oh, awesome. Cool. I don't know how to. Oh, how scary. Yeah, it can be, Lauren. Do you have you ever? I know you have schizoaffective disorder. One of my family members, I'm not going to say who, but one of my family members diagnosed with schizophrenia. But I actually think that that person has schizoaffective disorder because the bipolar traits are clearly there. I think that also, that one of my parents has bipolar type 1, and the other one has borderline personality disorder. So you can imagine the fun I had growing up. It was like, oh, okay, how do we deal with this situation? Yeah, interesting stuff, family dynamics, and then when you're looking at people's coping mechanisms or how they're not coping and they're kind of falling apart, and trying to, well, effectively, kind of, I had to sort of be an adult very quickly at a young age because my parents weren't like supporting me the best that they could. Yeah, right. Yeah, I think my dad is as well. Yeah, I think my dad is as well. So there you have it. And look, this is I've chatted with my mum about all this, so it's this particular thing I can talk freely about because it's not something that's not kind of been discussed anyway. It's interesting because the traits, the symptoms, the behavioral expressions and manipulations and things that my mum used to really intensely express. Why are you licking the table? Oh God, my cats are weird. Little mad baskets. What are you all doing? Yeah, she used to really go, jelly beanie Ovaltine, go that way. She used to fly into quite a the borderline psychotic rage a lot and took out a lot of her shit on me. So as a kid, I was always kind of like waiting for the next, like, when is shit going to hit the fan kind of a thing. And she's a lot better now. Like, she doesn't, she can start to really freak out. She was, I have a cat hat. Yay! She was moving house the other day and I was helping her move stuff. And she was like really stressed out. Cat hat is awesome, right? Yeah, she's starting to really like escalate and freak out. And I was just like, okay, just stop, calm down, just breathe. Everything's going to be fine. You're just blowing it out of proportion. And everything was fine, but bless her, she's, my mum has a big heart, and I've got my big heart and generosity from her as well. Really? Why must your head be in there? Why, Jelly? Why? So, like, I don't have the same issues I had when I was younger with her that I have. Well, I don't really have those issues anymore because she's kind of learnt to deal with her own shit. But when she starts to escalate, or if she's not being clear with me, she tends to lie a little bit. They're little white lies, but it's kind of like I can tell when she's going to say something that's not very clear. So I'll get straight to the point with her and I'll be like, what do you mean by that? Or, what are you actually trying to say? And what's actually going on, just so I can clarify with her what she's trying to express and convey. So yeah, interesting times, but it definitely has a huge impact on you, I think, as a child, if you're growing up with that instability. And of course, then genetically, and here goes Mochi, it's her turn. Mochi. Oh dear, blackout. Why are you eating my top? Sorry, guys. Shuffle back a bit. Yeah, so Really? Can you all just go and sleep? What? No. Okay. That's going over there. You're going over there, mozzarella little fella. Come on. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. Welcome to the Therapy Hour with Drina, where we discuss all her problems. And yours if you want to share them. Anyway, I mean, like, I don't feel heavy about it. There's a lot of stuff that I've kind of already resolved and moved on from. But when you've grown, and my father's quite narcissistic. And again, that's not a hidden thing. Yeah, right. Yeah, right, Troy. That makes sense. Yeah. And like my dad wouldn't even know what that is because he's an old school Croatian man who's like, what is he, 73 this year? No, how old am I? I'm 42 this year. So he'll be 72 at the end of the year. But he's the type of guy that just like, he only sleeps a few hours. He's actually someone who functions quite well on just a few hours sleep, but he's always working. He's 72 and he hasn't really retired yet. He is a builder by trade, a carpenter, and he's built some amazing houses around Perth. And yeah, he needs to be active. He needs to be constantly doing stuff. And lately he only kind of got some antidepressant. He's taking escitalopram. Is that the same as Lexapro? My partner takes escitalopram as well. Which is funny because one of my friends just told me the other day that fatigue is one of the side effects of taking escitalopram. Yeah, it probably is, Lauren. I think that's the one. And Matt actually takes it for fatigue, which is really ironic and weird. And it's more for physical depression than mental depression. Because probably about 7 years ago now, he was just extremely fatigued. And it was when he was on one of his trips to Japan. He's been to Japan about 3 or 4 times, I think. And he just happened to like get, just tiredness and sleepiness and all these different symptoms. He was tested for thyroid to see if his thyroid's function properly. Ross River virus, glandular fever, like all these different things that, are sometimes missed or not picked up immediately. But, yeah, they were like, no, we can't find anything. So I said to him, hun, it's a long time since you started that journey to try and find out what it is. You really need to start looking at what it is again, because if it's something in your diet or something that's not being picked up, I really want him to see my Dr. Andrea, Dr. A, the chiropractor, but he's like, he doesn't believe that what she does is 100% legit and effective. I don't know. There's a lot of science behind what she does. But he doesn't seem to think it is, because I know when chiropractic first started, that was kind of what they now label as the quack version. Like, no, we don't go by that model anymore. But but that old school original method of chiropractic is still being used by some people, as well as the new module. I don't know. I think sometimes you've got to look outside of the box and like try something that is different to, different approach to how you would look at, getting a diagnosis or a prognosis or whatever on your health. And as far as I know, Dr. A is brilliant because she's helped so many women, but so many men as well, because she often picks up on the things that the doctors don't find. She'll pick up on the underlying cause, not just the symptomatic problem, like, so I guess with Western medicine, a lot of doctors are just going to be dealing with the symptoms, but they don't often get to the initial problem and what that actually was, and work on that bodily function or that organ or whatever it was that, you know, so it's like people get stuck on taking medications, and not that little medications definitely have their place. Yeah, you want to go to a chiropractor? Yeah. You know, and like I never, it's really funny, Lauren, because I never even, I've never been to a chiropractor in my life. And then I'm very spiritually guided, and if something feels right, I go with that. And I connected with this beautiful woman at the end of last year, and she was seeing her, and she said, seriously, she'll change your life. Just come to this talk. And she also she's very big in understanding the mind gut connection. So like getting the balance right of your bacteria in your gut is going to also impact the mental state, and vice versa. So she's huge on, you know, holistic health and getting everything working as efficiently as it can in your mind and your body. Yeah, so I can't even find the words, but she's right on the money. She knows. She'll touch my body and she'll be like, okay, this is coming up, your kidneys, you need to drink more water, you're not drinking enough water this week. Or she just knows if you're eating well or you're not eating well. She's right onto it. And yeah, my back, I actually didn't realize, that's right, getting back to the sedentary lifestyle, I didn't realize that with all the sitting I was doing at work, even though I have had some stand-up desks where I can stand up and just elevate the desk, so I've got my computer monitors up and everything like that, I sometimes would go from one extreme to the other. So sometimes I'd be sitting too much, sometimes I'd be standing too much, and I've got other problems as well. Like I've got plantar fasciitis in my feet, and yeah, just other health issues. So it's kind of like I've got to always really try and be on the balance of things and not. Oh my God! All right, Kat's fine. Yeah, but my friend told me about her, and she also, so Dr. she also does talks on, oh my God, hang on a sec. Can you not do that, please? Come on. Come on. Can you be a little gentle boy instead? I love you. A little smushy. Hi, everybody. My name's Jelly, and I have a pretty caramel belly. Probably can't see it in this light. My cats are so squishy and delicious, and I can touch their bellies. Because we've been doing that since they was little. Hi, Lauren. I can blow little kitty cat kisses. Mwah! Mwah! Yeah, most cats wouldn't tolerate this, but you know, I'm a cat person. I understand cats. I'm a cat whisperer. I'm like Jackson Galaxy. I'm not really. I wish I was. That'd be rather epic. Iconic. Australia has a new Jackson Galaxy. It's Trina. Me so cutie bum. What the fuck was I even saying? I don't know. What was I saying? These cats are so funny. They own the place, clearly. We just live here. They own the place, though. It's your place, isn't it, Jelly? Yeah, are you going to be a pain in the ass again? Nope. No. not rude. I just like get up and leave. He's such a scamp. Jelly, why? He needs to like just explore every nook and cranny. He's like, what's this? And what's that? And what's under that? Thanks for putting up with me, guys. I'm just like starting to feel like a bit of a zombie. But that's good. I needed to just get up and get some energy out and just talk, you know? Talk about stuff. Oh yeah, chiropractor is really good. She's really good. There's this other Australian guy that she's really close friends with. She got married at the end of last year and he came to her wedding. He's a guy who lives in Melbourne. He's called Cale Brock, and he looks at the microbiomes in the stomach and the body, and he made a movie called The Gut Movie. So he went to some place in Africa and he actually lived with that tribe for a week, 2 weeks. I don't know how long he was there. I have to watch the video again. I bought the video, the DVD, because yeah, it's just really good. And so before he went, he actually just went to a lab and he was getting them to check his microbiome and his large intestine and just see what his health is like. And so with microbiomes, you want to have, it's better if you have like more of a variety of different bacteria in there. Jumping topic again. And yeah, so what they found was when they tested his poo when he got back, there were more microbiomes in there, which is good, which made his gut healthier. And both him and Dr. A, now he's playing with my foot, little foot cat. Both Cale and Dr. Andrea, who's my chiropractor, they both have some kind of autoimmune thing as well. She was diagnosed with a really rare form of lupus when she was 15. So that kind of changed the trajectory of her life, because essentially her parents or whoever were her guardians and medical team at the time, they said, you know, like you can either take the route of kind of just doing whatever and taking Western medicines and relying on those for the upkeep of your health, or you can kind of look at this more kind of natural path of just trying to do the right thing by your body. And so yeah, I kind of actually want to question her a bit more, but she's such a busy woman. Like she has 2 rooms in this old house in Fremantle where I go for the chiropractic sessions. And she's got kick-ass receptionists, like the women. There's a woman, Stacey, who's one of the most amazing women I've met. And then there's another 2 young women, a Canadian woman who's actually training to be a chiropractor, and another young woman who is almost a chiropractor as well. So yeah, she's got these students in training who are just phenomenal, working the reception with her, and so their job, of course, is to greet people, and you get a cup of herbal tea or water or whatever, and come in and have a chat and wait in the waiting room, and then they go into the respective rooms that Dr. A works in, and they prep each room. So when she's in one room working with one client, they'll go to the next room and just prepare her to get back into that room and work with the next patient in there. And she's just dynamic. She just goes from room to room. And the fact that she has so many people coming through her clinic, like I'm like, you know, if there weren't results for these people, if they weren't happy with their therapy with her, they wouldn't keep going. They wouldn't keep going, giving their well-earned money, or the money that they're kept with, to her for these appointments. So, you know, but my spine was really in a bad shape, and I have some issues in my cervical vertebrae in my neck, and also in my lumbar. L3 and L4 I think are really messed up there, and also some of the cervical ones. I can't remember which ones. I think they're kind of mid to lower as well, more towards the thoracic region. 2 joints in there, and you know, they're both in the neck and the lower back. They're both in 2nd degree degeneration. So I was looking up, what's it called? Disc degeneration, degenerative disc disease. So I think that's essentially where you do have a really painful condition of the back, and it did say neck and lumbar are affected. But I need to talk to Dr. A about that as well, because she picked it up in the x-ray that I had before I went in to see her, so she could see what she was working with. And some fascinating stuff, like 80% of, so you actually inherit, oh God. So when you were made as a little fetus, you inherit, I can't say the word for the life of me right now. Anyway, you actually get 80% of your spinal genetics from your parents. So two of her patients, she had a father and a son. And so she deals with all sorts of things. So like bedwetting is a thing. So this 7-year-old boy, whose father was also a patient, or is a patient with her, I don't know how frequently they see her now, but so he was having a lot of bedwetting issues. And because he's young and he's still growing, like, you know, she can work with the spine, she can manipulate it and get that working, which has a flow-on effect with the different, you know, major nerves that are coming out there and affecting the bladder and this and that and the other. And he's not bedwetting anymore. But when she looked at both the father and the son's spine x-rays, there's like a really noticeable scoliosis in the exact same place for both of them. And the father was also a bedwetter when he was younger. And she showed like before and afters of both of their respective spinal x-rays, and it's amazing. Like, she took them from being really warped and out there. Yeah, of course. Yeah, it will, Noel, and thank you. Hi, thanks for jumping in. Just talking about spines and chiropractors at the moment. So yeah, you can clearly see the difference from before they started treatment with her to after they had progressed and been going to her for a few months or whatever. So her working on the spine directly obviously is, you know, healing the other parts of their bodies. Yeah, so it's a fascinating thing. Like, you know, if you can look for someone who is an integrated chiropractor, like what my Dr. A is, I would suggest that. You know, if that's something, Lauren, that you were thinking of doing, I think that's a great idea, you know, like, but you know, like I kind of tend to go with the flow. Like I sort of live by the belief that I attract what I need in the moment for where I am in my life. And yeah, I had no idea how messed up my spine was. Like, I was in so much pain. It's like I'd just gotten used to the pain. I was just walking around in constant pain, and there's often been nights where I just cry myself to sleep because so much pain in my feet, my legs, my back. But all that started to be alleviated when I was having the sessions regularly. So I was seeing her 3 to 4 times a week. That's how bad it was, guys. Now I only see her once a week, and I've got a progress exam coming up again next week, Saturday. Yeah, so Yeah, and when I first saw her, so I mean, look, I don't understand it all because I'm not a chiropractor, but there's like out of 50 possible findings, she found 37 abnormalities in my spine out of 50. Then when I had my first progress exam, there's only 13 that she picked up on. And then with the next progress, progress exam, it was down to 7. And when I spoke to the receptionist, Stacey, about that, she was like, good work. And she's like, usually they don't, she said, people don't usually progress that quickly. So I was like, that's awesome to go from 37 abnormalities to 7 over a few months is really, really good. Hello, sometimes manic. Hello, everybody. Yeah, so just talking about chiropractor that I've been seeing and how that's been helping me. But yeah, just chilling at the moment. Hey, Noelle. You're all saying hi to each other, which is lovely. Yeah, so I'm starting to feel a bit sleepy. Okay, so I'm taking it from what Troy has said that Michelle is sometimes manic. Hi, Michelle. Yeah. So guys, thank you so much for being with me, this little chat. It's really nice. Hey, Mel. Oh, Michelle, sorry, I just said Mel, derp. Yeah, it's very quiet in the house now. I feel like I'm getting louder and it's just getting quieter around here. It's really weird. It's like one of those bizarre nights where it's just like unbelievably silent. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go and try and sleep now. Thanks guys for being with me, and it was really nice that you all dropped by. I'm gonna stay in touch with all your channels. Thank you, Noelle. I'll do my best to get a good sleep. And I'm lucky that I don't have to get up to go to a job, so I can chill out a lot more. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Although, you know, I will be looking at trying to get some income in as well, so I'm not just making Matt financially responsible for both of us, because that does put a lot of stress on him as well. My cats are all just looking at each other. It's like they're having this silent conversation like, why are we awake? Why is Mum up? What's going on? This is just really weird. Jelly's like that toddler that's just fighting sleep. He's just like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm just going to sit here, be a rebel without a cause. Even though I'm tired, I'm just going to keep scamping all night. He'll settle once I go to bed. I know, I love my cats too. They're just the best. Like, honestly, if you don't have pets and you don't have a companion or a close friend, you know, relationship or whatever, pets are just amazing. Like, if you love animals and you can maybe manage to have one, there's nothing like it. Like, you know, I'm a cat person, but you know, I don't mind dogs and I don't mind other animals, but yeah, cats. I've always had cats. Like, cats are my go-to pet. But yeah, oh, they're so adorable. I'm just like trying to talk to you guys, sort of falling asleep now, and then want to look at my cats. It's like, oh, they're just like a little meditation. Just stare at them and bliss out. Oh, they are, aren't they? No, did you say you've got cats? You've got 1 or 2 cats, I think, from what I remember. I know, bad memory, and I'm tired, so I'm not going to remember everything. Oh my God, I love Vash. Your little dog Vash. That corgi is so freaking cute. But, Lauren, you got a herd. A herd of cats. Well, That's impressive, really. And there's this ad that's playing on the Australian TV at the moment, Lauren, and it has like, you know, this funky kind of hip hop dance song or something, and then there's like, it's showing this little corgi being walked, and I'm just like, it's Vash. Just reminds me straight away of you, and I'm like, oh, Lauren, Vash. So yeah, it's nice. I love that little things, you know, just trigger a happy thought. And yeah, he's such a cute. How's your mum's little German Shepherd puppy going? He sounds like he's lots of fun. Little thing, so cute. I do like puppies. Puppies are pretty cute. I don't have much tolerance for dogs in general because you really have to put a lot more work into them. You know, because they're just like looking at you like, you come on, you're the leader of the pack. What are we doing next? What's going on? And they just want to lick you, and I'm just like, oh, no lick at me. My partner Matt was I don't know where he was today, at some office or something. There was a guy in there with like this tiny little puppies, like smaller than my cats, and I was like, oh, they're so cute. Yeah, they're really cute. Animals are gorgeous. I don't know how people can hurt them. Yeah, be good to your pets, people. All right, guys, I'm not going to prolong it anymore. I'm going to go and finish this rice and have a drink and go to sleep. Yeah. So I hope all is well, or as well as it can be, and that you're having a really chill time, whatever you're doing, other than listening to me. Have a beautiful day, and yeah, I'll connect with you all again soon. Snoozy, yeah, I'll be snoozing. I don't know how I'm going to stop this now. I'll try. Let's see what I do. Bye. No, that's not it. Bye, Michelle. Oh, this is going to be interesting. What's that do? Oh my God, no. Might have to turn it.